G'day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan Battle video. In this video we are going to take a look at the banners that have just come out for the worldwide global celebration, and we're going to see whether they were summoning on, which one you should summon on, and of course whether you should save your stones. So the first banner is the Goku banner. It features Goku, Piccolo, who is a pretty interesting addition, we'll go through him later, the Physical Buu, the AGL Gohan, the INT 3rd year anniversary Goku and Vegeta, the Physical GT Goku, AGL Bardock, Strength Namek Goku, INT Goku Kid Goku, and AGL Transforming Goku, who's gonna get a easy A. On Frieza's side we have the Frieza, who's the flagship card, the 3rd form Frieza, who looks pretty good, the Strength Vegeta, the INT Cell, the 3rd year Physical Gogeta card, the INT SS4, GT Vegeta, the Transforming Cooler, the Metal Cooler, the Angel Frieza, and the Transforming Tech Frieza, who also has just got his ZZA on Global. So, on Goku's side, Goku is pretty damn good. Goku is a legendary existence, which is a new category, and Super Saiyan category lead. He is a key +2 in attack and defense of 158%, launches an additional super attack within the same turn after receiving an attack. He has an additional 59% and medium chance of launching an additional super attack as the 2nd or 3rd attacker in the turn, and key +1 at the start of each turn, plus an additional attack of 59% when there is an extreme class enemy. He performs a critical hit where there is a Frieza or Frieza Soldier category unit. The card has the ability to raise its defense on its 12 key and raise its attack on its 18 key. The animations are pretty damn bombastic. They look literally like they've been pulled directly out of the anime, in fact even better. So they're looking really awesome. Really great to see such high quality animations. He has KO screens as well, which are great. And yeah, it just looks really cool. He has an active skill which can be activated when the enemy is 30% or lower. It will cause ultimate damage and also increase Goku's attack temporarily. Goku himself is really good. He's on 12 different categories, which is quite helpful as well. Solid categories, Super Saiyan, Planet Namek Saga, Goku's Family, Miraculous Awakening, so Total School, a lot of decent categories that he's on. 12 categories is obviously really good, Legendary Existence being one of them. So Goku overall looks like a really solid unit. Even at 55%, he does have the ability to pretty much do everything in the game, and stacking attack and defense is going to be super helpful. Then we have the new Piccolo. So Piccolo is attack and defense plus 60%, plus an additional attack of 20% at the start of each turn, up to 60%, plus an additional attack and defense of 20% with each attack performed. He has a high chance of randomly changing key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key orbs, and recovers 6% HP per rainbow key orb received. That's pretty nuts, by the way. Planet Namek Saga category allies have key +2 and attack and defense of 40%. which is a big help to the Planet Namek Saga category. Obviously Piccolo is on quite a few categories himself, and he'll be a good pairing partner for Nail, as long as it, pretty much a solid pairing partner for Nail. The rest of the banner looks pretty good, but it's going to depend on what units you're missing. Obviously this Goku is scheduled for an easy A in part 2, so even though you don't see it now, he still does pick up some extra value. Over on Frieza's side, obviously Frieza is a Sworn Enemies and Planet Namek Saga lead, Sworn Enemies being his new category, and Frieza himself has a pretty good passive as well. His attack and defense of 100%, launches an additional super attack within the same turn after receiving an attack, just like Goku, with a medium chance of launching an additional super attack as the 2nd or 3rd attacker, just like Goku. He also has plus an additional attack and defense of 100% for 6 turns from the start of turn, attack plus 50% starting from the 7th turn. So he will lose some defense along the way, but he does stack attack and defense just like Goku. He has Ki +1 at the start of turn, plus an additional attack of 59% when there is a superclass enemy, and he performs a critical hit when he is facing a Goku enemy. So he is basically the opposite of Goku. He's going to start out super strong with a 200% bonus, very similar to Jiren, and he raises defense on his 18 key instead of his 12 key, whereas Goku raises it on his 12 key instead of his 18 key. This makes Goku's passive kind of suit him better in terms of stacking his defense, because additional attacks will help Goku stack defense, whereas on Frieza's end they will help him stack attack. Stacking attacks not as important as stacking defense, but both of them are still really good looking. Their attacks are really awesome. From an active skill point of view, Frieza has the exact same active skill, just applicable from fighting a superclass enemy. The Frieza is very awesome. He is also on 12 categories, the most notable of them being Wicked Bloodlines, and of course Space Traveling Warriors, but he's on his own Sworn Enemies and Planet Namek Saga as well. In terms of Frieza's linkage, all pretty good links, but Big Bad Bosses is a good addition to this card. It's going to give him a real big power boost. The Frieza over here is a Sworn Enemies lead, and his passive looks pretty good as well. He has attack and defense of 70%, plus an additional attack and defense of 7% with each attack performed. He automatically performs or has a high chance of launching up to 2 additional attacks, which each have a high chance of becoming super attacks. He raises his attack for 1 turn. So really interesting card here. Basically a card that's going to be firing multiple super attacks, very similar to obviously the Frieza that fired multiple death beams at Piccolo. So it could be an interesting card to take a look at. He is also a Sworn Enemies support, so he's really helpful for that category. Other than that, the rest of the banner is going to depend on what you need at the time, being roughly equal to the other banner, except for the fact that it has Cooler, who I think is one of the best leads, and this physical Frieza Angel, who's actually really good and hasn't been on a lot of banners on the global side. So that's going to be a really big bonus to the group. I actually think Frieza has a better banner. So I think overall Frieza's banner is better. I think Goku's leader skill is a bit better than Frieza's. Although the Sworn Enemies category is definitely a lot stronger than the Legendary Existence well, I don't want to say that. The Legendary Existence category looks pretty good. The Sworn Enemies category, we'll take a look at here, it looks really solid. I really like the Sworn Enemies category. It's nothing like special or anything, but it just looks really solid. It's got Freezers, it's got Majin Boos, it's got Cells. It's a way to like kind of slap them all on. It's basically like the main villains from each saga. It's, you know, Demon King Piccolo and Frieza and Cell and Majin Buu. So I really like that category. I think it's just really cool. Planet Namek Saga obviously needed an extreme lead, so it's understandable that he leads that category. On Goku's side, he leads the Super Saiyan category, which needed an alternative lead, so that's fine. But the Legendary Existence kind of looks a bit wonky to me. It looks a bit like Storied Figures, but isn't. I'm not entirely convinced on it just yet. I'd have to play around with the team a little bit. It's got like a couple UI Gokus, God Gokus, but it's also got like Bojacks and Brolys, and it seems very all over the place. The Sworn Enemies category seems like it makes a lot more sense, especially with that third form Frieza support. It makes like a way more sense. So that is something to keep in mind. So I think overall, Frieza's banner is probably better, but there are discounts on both banners, so I think definitely doing one run of discounts on both banners is well worth it. And yeah, I definitely think you guys should be giving it a go and summoning on both these banners. I know some people don't necessarily like the units, they wanted transforming ones and things like that. That's fine, but from me personally, I think both units are great. I think they're going to help you in a lot of events, and I think you should at least do one round of multis on each. But that's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, see you next time. Until then, bye!